All right, it's not Sunday Fun Day. Tomorrow's the drum circle, but here we are anyways. And here is Veronica.
Hi.
What's going on? What are you doing?
I'm stretching to embody sacred geometry in my physical body because, I don't know, it's all physics. Does that make sense?
How does it make you feel?
Makes me feel like I have more control over nuanced parts of my body, like intricate corners of my little individual microcosm sphere of existence. You know?
Now, is that something you started with, or is it something that like grew through your perception as you continued stretching?
It's something that was explained to me by my yoga teacher that I just have come to accept through my practice over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you an instructor?
Yes, I am.
You want to plug? You got like a business? You got like Instagram or something?
Yeah. You can follow me on Instagram, Veronica C. Bliss.
Sweet. So you were called to Mount Shasta, correct?
Yeah.
What did the call feel like?
It felt like I had a friend up here. I reconnected with my dad's side of the family up here. I had a job ending at the perfect time to meet up with my friend, and there was literally like multiple synchronicities that led to me coming here that were beyond my control, and I couldn't even pretend like it wasn't a synchronicity.
So there's like
I still doubted it anyways, but there's like hardly any room for doubt.
well, you know, I feel, and I've heard, there's a quote, and I'll slaughter, but faith is something that you have to have doubt. Like, if you don't have doubt, then it's just knowledge, you know?
Right.
So, I don't know. Somehow that pertains. Wow.
I'm just showing off.
So are you in a circus or anything?
Well, I've dabbled with lyra, pole dancing, straps, silks, but no expert. Not strong enough yet. You have to be really strong to do those things.
To do which ones? All of them?
All of them.
Yeah, I bet. And you have to have someone, it's a lot about trust too in a lot of those.
Yeah, it takes a lot of upper body strength. So I'll get there. And then maybe me and my friends will open a training center and help empower children and young women to get strong and flexible and create a new paradigm of superhumans.
So how do you feel like you can spread that impact to them? Or like, what's your vision?
Well, you have to have a space where they can come that is safe with adults who are genuine and trustworthy. And then from there, you need to have, a proper setup for training, whether that's some rooms and mirrors or calisthenics equipment and circus props if you wanted to do that.
Oh, wow. So you were serious about the
Climbing
circus?
a wall, yeah. A pool, like who knows what the possibilities are, but it's definitely possible.
So, tell me about a time where like your love for movement and sacred geometry through your body. Tell me about a time it's helped you through like a dark phase, and like, if you care to, if it's not too personal.
Well, I feel that I felt very repressed in my body, in my own home, with my own family, and I didn't necessarily feel safe to dress up as I grew up and started developing my body. I got a lot of attention that wasn't necessarily what I wanted, and so I found dance like at studios, and so I had like a team of girls my age or around my age who would all dance together, and it was the most beautiful thing for me at that time because I was able to fully dive into, I guess, the like power of what being a woman is, and the
in a safe
Kundalini
space.
energy. And I was with other women doing the same thing. And the funny thing is, it wasn't necessarily like metaphysically aligned with like the laws, because it was still sort of performative, and the consciousness behind it wasn't necessarily like about ascension and like balance. For example, everything was rehearsed on just the right leg for all the leaps and the kicks.
Really?
And whereas in yoga, which is about following and abiding by the universal laws, you balance both the left and the right side, the feminine and the masculine side of your own body. So it wasn't necessarily perfect. But it was very, very important for me to find a movement where I could dance my heart out, like sweating, and just be so sexy and so like liberated and agile. And
in your body.
flexible. Yeah. And to music, it is very beautiful. So that is kind of how that started.
Wow. So, wow. All right. So what about people that maybe aren't super comfortable dancing? Maybe they're like, you know, they really want to dance, but someone's watching who they just connected with, and just kidding, and they're shy and they don't want to get up. What are some ways that people can navigate that? Like, how do you get up and feel the nerve to get up and dance?
Well, I want to say that you have to honor where you're at. It's like a child. If they're not comfortable and they don't feel safe, that you have to respect that. And you don't need to push yourself to grow. You don't have to necessarily make yourself vulnerable in that way. So I just encourage you, first and foremost, creating safe spaces in your life where you have the privacy to move freely and wear anything and put on any music. And I think that it kind of brings up the need for safe spaces in general, because I know growing up in a home, being young, you don't necessarily have your own space. And if you do, you have to kind of cultivate it yourself to make it like a living sanctuary for yourself to come home to and reside in. So that's the most important thing, like root chakra basics. Like, you need to create and find a way to create safe spaces in your life. And from there comes the second chakra, which is creativity and expression and sensuality. So you have to first feel safe, have the right environment, right setting, and then you can explore your creativity comfortably and safely, and that is important.
That's awesome. Have you ever been to anything like Burning Man, or have you been to the Rainbow Gathering, or have you ever been to like a drum circle at Mount Shasta, or like, have you ever been to like Slab City? You're too sweet for Slab City. They're nice enough there, but you don't need to go to Slab City. The other places are fun. Do you like EDM or not so much?
When I was a little younger, I used to go to raves a little bit, but now I don't do so much dancing at raves. It's not as fun for me because I do like, you know, pole dancing, which is way more fun, like than
Let me see those guns.
jumping up and down.
Damn, no way.
I'm not that strong.
Whatever, it's funny. That's cool. My first time pole dancing was at Slab City, and it's like a village made of like garbage out of like some dystopian Mad Max future. It was fun. I never knew they spun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying it's not as fun just like jumping like this. Once you like, you know, you get into like what your body can do in dance, it's like not as fun as just, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
This is how I feel.
Burning Man, I learned to let loose, but 2021 for me was all about letting go. That's when I learned to enjoy dancing. I'm 40, and it wasn't until I was 38 that I learned to enjoy and finally like let go.
Yeah.
and like enjoy it. I've tried my whole life and I never could get out of my head, and I finally have been managing to. It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you been to the ecstatic dance party here, or like have you been to like the ecstatic dance party in Ashland at the Wellsprings?
No, I haven't been to those places.
You would love it. Ashland is like a community that's like run by the women and the children. So it's like there's the goddess temple there where there's like literally a priestess college where women go and get initiated into a college for like priestesses, where it's like druidic shamanism based off of real like esotericism and ancient mysticism, and it's like right in this like campground down there in Ashland. You'd probably love it. You gotta check it out. Don't leave Shasta now, but find some cool people here and go run up there. There's like a hot spring and everything. You can jump in. It's nice. So, when did you find dance? As like a little tiny girl, or just not until you got to really express yourself when you found that safe space?
I would say I really dove into dance when I was 15, or yeah, 15. A little younger, but it was more casual then, and it wasn't in the way that I liked, which is like pretty hard. Like I liked hip hop and like really like sexy, like you know, like I was trying to get down, go really hard.
Go 100% in your sensuality.
Really into ballet.
Really?
I was into more like jazz and hip hop.
So you're not a slow dancer?
I've done tango actually. I'm Argentinian.
No way, are you?
So I've been to Argentina since I was young.
Are you 100% Argentinian?
No,
Or Argentine?
my mom is from there. My dad is from America.
I met a really special friend like 3 weeks ago while traveling to Shasta. She's from Argentina. She lives down by Rio del Cuarto. And yeah, she flies back tomorrow. I miss her. That's funny, you're from Argentina.
Yeah. So I learned tango
Cool.
when I was younger. So I can do, and I learned other partner Latin dance, you know?
Do you do like the contact dance and all that?
I've dabbled with it, yeah.
You gotta meet my friend Willow. You would love Willow.
I believe it.
Yeah, Willow's super inspirational because she had like stage 4 metastatic breast cancer and she had like 2 years to live, and she just like embraced her sensuality and like, you know, a point in her life where she already had kids and the whole life, and she like basically healed herself through like touch and like being open to her body and dance and like, and not in like a perverted way. You know, people might think that we're just talking circling around sexual topics, but it's not even something sexual. It's more about like yourself, you know. But yeah, I bet you'd like her. You'd probably enjoy the contact dancing with her. She's always looking for people to contact dance and teach how to contact dance. But people are so shy. Yeah, you gotta meet her. If you're here tomorrow, I'll introduce you if you want. So if you, all right, you want a tough question? You want an easy question?
Anything.
All right. What do you regret most in life?
Just not honoring my feelings in moments where I didn't speak up for myself, and then later on it hurt me, you know, and it was very uncomfortable, and just not, you know, when you like feel a feeling and you have a thought like, oh, maybe I don't like this, or maybe this doesn't feel right, but you override it, you like push past it for some reason, and then later on it like continues and builds and grows into something even messier and bigger, and I'm like, wow, my initial feelings cannot be overlooked and ignored. They're very innocent and very honest, so that's something that I like am trying to learn from the past. Is like, wow, I remember when I didn't listen to my intuition and speak up for myself, and then with maybe things happened that were not the best afterwards.
Yeah, and then you just didn't feel right and you knew. But it sounds like you're learning from it. That's tough. What are you most proud of?
I would say there's this era of my life when I like ran every morning work, very tiring. But like, because I was living on the edge every day, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm so tired, and this is so difficult because people will be like hitting you and like throwing tantrums.
And it's got to be emotionally draining. You seem like someone who's got a lot of
chaos, and like I got bit and like punched and like all these things. But then I would just like maybe cry or like breathe and come back and continue to be so loving and so kind. And so it was just like pushing my limits to that level and really like demonstrating my like grace and my abilities like that. I really appreciated those challenging days that summer. That was really a beautiful time of my life that I'm proud of.
If you could set up a similar, you know, anything like feeling in your future in your life, like what would you do to set that type of thing up again? Do you have any big future plans, or you want to keeping it close to your heart?
Well, there's some ideas of the future. I'm thinking about becoming a Sophia Circle leader.
What's that? Sufi, you said?
No. It's a codex called the Sophia Code. And Sophia Circle leader just like guides these groups of anyone who wants to join to like read it and like do the initiations and activations together.
Cool. Is that like galactic light work type stuff?
Yeah.
Kind of.
And it can be like on Zoom. It's like a totally different vibe. The other thing could be opening a circus center, like I said earlier. Yeah. Because I would be challenging my body every day, being so active, working long hours, and like working directly with people and children. Especially, I love kids.
Yeah, me too.
And like I love supporting them in their growth and encouraging them.
Totally.
So I would think that would be really fulfilling if I had like a full day of just working, like teaching and moving and being in a community that understands the metaphysical laws and like lives by them. And then the last thing would be to like have my own family, like somewhere where there's like warm water so I can swim every day.
That's beautiful.
Those are a few ideas brewing for my future.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I appreciate you sharing so deeply.
Thank you.
Do you have any other final words? Anything you want to say to like empower people or women, or any advice, or any like short, sweet quotes, or anything? You could go on for 10 more minutes. I don't care. What else do you want to say?
Let's see. Well, I just want to thank you for being interested in talking to me. I don't know. I'm just living, and so I'm feeling like touched that you wanted to interview me. And yeah, just want to remind people how beautiful they are and how Mount Shasta sees them as they see her. And yeah, everyone is very special, and you know, there's no need to be so hard on yourself. That's all.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.